to Mrs. White that we are the right arm of the gospel. In fact, I am trying to start challenging you, heads of the chaplains, I mean. Nagpadala ko sa inyo sa group chat about the writings of Ellen G. White, yung mga expensive charges, etc., and the commitment of the doctors in our hospital. If given the chance, I would want to focus that by next year. Yung area na yon, we need to do something. And being chaplains, you are not a separate arm, but you are the pulse of Jesus Christ's compassion in the places of the hospital walls. You are not merely present, you are prophetically present. Actually, I have to grasp on this one. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng prophetically present? You comfort, yes, but you lead people back to Jesus Christ. Yun pala, the reason why you are prophetically present, leading people back to Jesus Christ. So it is a call from the spirit of prophecy. According to Mrs. White, we are to do good to others as Christ has done good to us. It is not the magnitude of the work, but the love with which it is done that counts. In this particular context, it is not about numbers. Sometimes, ba't kami binigyan ng quota in terms of soul winning or baptism? It is about the love behind the visit, the love behind your patient visit. It is about the faith behind prayers. Dapat ang prayers natin ma-feel ng mga pasyente na with so much seriousness and intentionality. And it is not about the presence, it is also about the presence that reminds someone we are not alone. So yun nga pala, every time we visit or you visit patient, you are giving them the feeling that we are not alone. Dapat hindi magtabon o magtakip ng habol, no? Ng kumot pag nakita yung chaplain. So this is a prophetic challenge for the chaplains. It is prophetic because it calls the chaplain to a higher spiritual standard, rooted in God's truth, regardless of applause or approval. Another thought is that there are three things. It carries the biblical and spiritual meaning of being God's mouthpiece. You are the mouthpiece of Jesus Christ in the healing ministry. Number one, you speak on behalf of God. Number two, you stand in the gap. And number three, it calls people to faithfulness. So they will realize something because of your visit, of your presence. Now, further to that, it is a question again to be raised. Will you be God's voice in this broken, crisis-ridden world? Definitely yes. Now, will you stay faithful even when the patients forget your name? Number two, doctors overlook your role, or even the administration probably. Third, the system ignores your presence. When I refer to system, it could be the system of the hospital or the organization. Will you stand in the gap even when you are unseen and uncelebrated? Let us not be discouraged, dear chaplains, because when the world overlooks you, when the system overlooks what you are doing, remember it is recorded in heaven. Wala na po kong pastor, no? Parang pastor. Sorry. Okay. Wali. Okay, and actually this is just few slides na to. Okay. Now let's talk about the vision of heaven. In Matthew 25:36, well done, good and faithful servant. I am sick and you visited me. The reason why we incorporated this thought, because this is the impact that one day when we go to heaven, you will be meeting somebody. And then somebody will tell you, You may not remember me, Pastor, but you stood by my bed. You held my hand when I could not speak. You prayed when I had no hope. That moment changed everything. You see the difference? Iba ang role, iba ang impact ng chaplains than the other ministry structures within our church. So, by this, the final charge for us, go from the place not just renewed, but recommissioned. So as we go out from this venue, as we end this two-day conference, we will go back to our respective places being recommissioned. And that let us take note that we are a lifeline to our hospital service and much more to patients. And that you are not forgotten. You are God's frontliner worker in the battle of for hearts. Okay? So, take note that despite of what you are doing, that you are into the so-called of negative perception of the graveyard ministry. But take note of these three things. You are blessed. We are blessed by God that in this case, the Lord is giving you strength in your service, in your sacred service, and joy in your sacred moments, and reward in eternal glory. This morning, si Doctor, who was that, yung oncologist? Oh, Fanail. He talks about this palliative care. Now, here's my suggestion to you. Okay? Why not you create a cancer support club? According to doktor kanina, lonely ang pasyente, ang daming mga mixed emotions niya, mga problema, etc. And if you look at the dialysis patients, they get in, they get out, sad and lonely. Much more yung mga advanced stages ng mga cancers. So what are we doing with this? Other than offering prayer, etc. So why not we create a club for them with the following core components? It can be a health and wellness lectures. It will be also spiritual counseling and devotions. It will be a peer support fellowship. Wala sa kanila tong number 3. Free basic health check-ups. Kung meron kang konsulta package, walang problema. Then also healthy snack station. Offer ka a little budget from the hospital that they can feel valued, that they can feel the inclusivity, or I mean the inclusion attitude of, the inclusive attitude of the hospital. And you can do some quarterly events for them. In this case, you are forming a strong orbit. And that in that orbit, when they are inside of that orbit, it will be very, very difficult for them to get out because they are already part of that. Okay, so with this, according to Dr. kanina, yung question niya, what matters most? Number 1, they will feel valued. Number 2, they are surrounded by love without pity. Number 3, to be spiritually at peace. Number 4, to witness the strength of those he once carried and to be remembered not for how he died, but how he loved. So this is strong. If we can adapt a program nationwide, tapos uniform tayo, halos uniform, standardized ang approach, then we implement by each hospital. Hindi to naman madugo in terms of piece of value. You just assign a room. Example, ako, I am a Mabuhay Milers. I feel valued when I go to airport. Why? May libreng snacks, may libreng lounge, etc. When I went to tayo, Dr. Casio, when we were in Malaysia, in Penang Hospital, Pastor Bilga, di ba nakita natin sa Penang Hospital, meron siyang patient lounge doon. for valued customers, yung mga high-paying, yung mga anong tawag dito, yung mga repeat customers or patients. So if you can do this, then it will also increase loyalty aside from strengthening the method of our evangelism with our hospital. So, our call to action, we are now responding God's call. And with these three components, that we will go not just with knowledge, but with the renewed courage to serve, love, and lead. So use knowledge, insight, ideas for us to advance our ministry in the healthcare industry, and then for exercising love, compassion, and care. And of course, we are all leaders. You are individual leaders in your respective fields in the art of healthcare ministry in the area of chaplaincy. So leadership, progress, and direction. So, to God be all the glory. Mayong hapon sa tanan. By the way, Pastor Jay, kailan yung plano sa Davao? October?